everybody, this is What Would You Pay, where we help everyday wine drinkers find a good bottle at a good price. I'm Pat the Wine Guy, and I've been drinking wine for a long time.
And I'm John Dick, and I haven't.
We shop for wine where you shop for wine.
At the grocery store and online.
In this episode, we're going to check out 2017 Stag's Leap Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay, and California, I'm going to assume Napa Valley.
Napa Valley, deep in the heart, straight in the heart, right in the middle of Napa Valley. Yeah, Stag's Leap is a district within Napa Valley.
Is it one of an old one? Is it one of the first ones?
Can you guess when their first vintage was?
1954.
1893.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So Stag's Leap's been doing this for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
They should be good at this by now, is what you're saying.
Well, let's see. 1893, 2021, how many years is that?
Don't make me do the math.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
We're beyond 100 years, I know that much.
Yeah, they've been doing this for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's give it a try. Let's give this old historic beauty a try.
All right.
Wow, you know, the aroma was very heavy to me, very full-bodied, but that went down easy.
Yeah.
That was really smooth. That was like incredibly smooth.
It's interesting though, it's not 100% Cabernet.
Okay.
91% Cabernet, 4% Merlot, and the rest is Malbec and Petit Verdot. And those percentages don't sound like they mean much, but they do make a difference in the balance and the flavor of the wine.
In our sweet scale, sweet versus dry, I don't feel like this is very sweet or dry. This doesn't have like, I'm not being pulled in any direction. It doesn't taste sweet, but I wouldn't necessarily say that this tastes like a dry wine.
I mean, you know, if you held the proverbial gun to my head, I'd go toward the dry side.
Okay.
Yeah, because, and again, maybe
But out of contrast, probably more than anything else, right? Like, the dryness isn't, when you taste this wine, do you taste it as a dry wine?
I do, because there's a lot of tannin in here, and I think that's influencing my perception of this wine.
I just say it's dry by contrast.
Yeah. I mean, there's undertones of fruit, but I think they're overpowered by the tannins. And that's not a bad thing.
I would agree with you.
That's a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
On our interesting scale, unique or dull, this is unique to me. This is very unique. Again, just that mix of the aroma versus the taste, and to me, they're very different.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough one. It's not dull in any respect at all. It's not unique as far as California Cabernets go. This tastes like a California Cabernet.
But this stands alone. As you said before, you could put this up against Cabernets from the Northwest to Southern France.
Yes.
And this one, in that regard, I would imagine that is kind of unique, that it would stand alone.
Well, that's true. Yeah, and Cabernet is the most produced wine in the world. So there's lots of different Cabernet out there to taste and try and compare this against. Yes, I would call this a typical, characteristic California Cabernet.
Okay, so a little bit more towards unique than the middle of the road. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I would be surprised on our food or party scale. Again, not to say that you couldn't enjoy this at a party, but this seems like food wine all the way to me.
I've never been to a party where they're pouring this wine, okay? I would like to go to that party.
Everyone at the party will have to stop smiling at some point because your teeth will just be purple by the end of the night.
Right, and the party wouldn't last very long because everybody's gonna go to the dinner table and dig into a steak or roast beef to eat with this red wine.
Absolutely, yeah.
No, it's a food wine.
It's a food wine.
Yeah. So John, you had a chance to taste Stag's Leap 2017 Cabernet Sauvignon. This is gonna be a good one. What would you pay?
Yeah, I think this was very delicious. It seems very well put together, well blended. It seems like a professional wine. You know, these guys
they know what they're doing.
Exactly. These are not amateurs at all, and I give them credit for it. So I would say that this is going to be something like a $28 bottle of wine.
Okay, couple of things.
Uh-oh.
And this is contributing to your wine education.
Okay, good.
California,
Lay it on me, teach.
California Cabernet, for the most part, they've got a great reputation. They've built a great brand, so they charge a heck of a lot of money for their product.
All right.
This wine starts at $32.
Okay.
Goes up to $78.
This wine?
The average price.
That's a huge swing.
The average price for Stag's Leap 2017 Cabernet Sauvignon is $46.
Wow.
And my friend, that's on the low end of Napa Cabs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, they built a brand down there. You can definitely put this in the category of trophy wine.
I imagine so online it's going to be everywhere. Grocery stores, can you find this?
You know, it's interesting. If you pay attention to grocery store wine, which I do, for better or for worse, you will pay more usually at the grocery store than you pay online. But you can find it at grocery stores, and you certainly can find it on wine websites. Speaking of websites, check out our website, patthewineguy.com, where we have dozens of wine reviews, information about wine. Check out our weekly newsletter, where we talk about wine and what's going on in the world. You can find Pat the Wine Guy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Pat the Wine Guy.
And I'm John Dick.
Join us next time for our next episode of
What Would You Pay?